Good morning from beautiful Lumbee, British Columbia, Canada. Today, the gray bearded gourmet is going to make beef barley and lentil and potatoes and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, just a shout out to a couple of people here living in Lumbee. They'll see it on the Lumbee Rant and Rave. One is Thelma Ponton. What a beautiful lady she is. Hasn't got a bad thing to say about anybody. Anyway, she sent me the recipe or the ingredients to the soup that I'm making today. I've added a few more things. And then I met a lady named Jody Q, I think she goes by on Facebook. Anyway, she gave me a whole bunch of packaged lentils. So this is why the addition of lentils into the soup today. So anyway, I'm going to get started. Time is of the essence. It's always when I'm doing these videos. So I'm just going to put this. So basically, the recipe calls for beef, obviously, beef and barley. But what I bought was these strip loins for stir fries, and I unpackaged them, cut them up into little pieces, and that's what's going into the soup. Potatoes, I always like to get potatoes that I don't have to peel. And these red ones are a good choice. There'll be some garlic. This is the mix of lentils and barley. And I always make two batches, one for the food bank and then one for us. So these potatoes I'll split in two. The tomatoes bits I'll split in two, and we'll go from there. So anyway, let's just start. I'll put this on. Won't put it on anything actually yet, but I'm gonna dump in. So this is the beef that I fried earlier today, and with the onions. So put that in there. I don't know. I bought two packages there, so however you interpret that bowl is how much beef and onions there is. Just dump that in there. Cooked it in, fried it in olive oil. At the beef broth, I always shake it up beforehand. So there's three, I think with all the content I have here today, I think it asks for two, but I'm probably going to have to put in three. But I think three will still give me enough. Three will give me enough room above the pressure lid to bring the foodie to pressure. Again, I've probably said this 100 times, but I love my foodie. It is such a good tool, appliance, or however you want to describe it, for what I do, making soups. Makes a lot of other things too. I belong to this Simply Foodie website, and she makes everything in her foodie: desserts, Christmas dinners, you name it. She makes it. A little cooler here today, probably around -5 degrees, which in some places in the world that would really be warm. I like watching hockey, and I was watching the hockey last night, and they were showing these rinks around the 6 Canadian teams that were in action last night. And it reminds me of living in Calgary for all those years, where we actually lived in a lake community, and they used to just sure the lake would freeze over and they would clean it off. But in the area by the little clubhouse there was a big area that they froze over and kept clean, and it's a great place to go during the winter. So I'm just gonna I won't drop those in yet. I put the potatoes, half the potatoes in here. Just a guess as to half. Maybe one will have more than half, but anyway, put that aside. Put in the barley and the lentils. Pour them in here. Distribute them around. Cut up some garlic, so I'm just going to drop that in here. This is it's left over from my other meal the other soup I made. Pour some of this in there. This is mixed vegetables. Good enough. Put a bit of thyme in here. Just a little bit. I'm not a real fan of lots of thyme. I got lots of thyme, but I'm not a fan of thyme. I had 2 bay leaves here, but I just put in 1. Just a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. I love pepper, so put the pepper in here. I use multi-pepper, mixed pepper corns instead of just the black pepper. Hey. Just mix that up. Here, mix it up. And I'll just put some of these tomatoes on top. These are diced tomatoes from a can. Put them on top. There. It's about half. Leave that there. Okay. Already. Put the pressure lid on. Put the pressure on, press start. So when the pressure, whoops. So when the pressure comes to what it needs to come to, then I'll set it for 15 minutes. So I'll be back as soon as I can take the lid off of it. Hopefully I've got everything in there. I think I've got everything in there. I'm back. I missed you. Anyway, I'm just going to take the lid off here. Pressure lid off. Always tilt it away from you. And I'll just take it over to the sink. I'm going to use it again right away when I do the second batch. Second batch for us. Whoa. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. Anyway, I am a really lucky guy. You know, I'm retired. I'm older. I found this little niche, little passion that I do every Sunday morning. But you know, I'm still pretty lucky. I don't have a lot, but what I do have is absolutely wonderful. So anyway, I'll just take a little taste of this. And this is a shout out to my TikTok friends. A lady in Lumby said, was I posting these videos up to TikTok? And I went, no. Well, I said yes, but I kind of lied a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, so I've managed to get my videos up to TikTok, and I've had some really nice comments. Really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm just going to take a little taste here. Mm. Mm. It's hot, but anyway, but it's really good. Really good. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So anyway, I'll sign off and talk to you next Sunday, and I'll have a little Christmas or whatever religion that you celebrate. Um, I'd like to wish you all at that time a happy holiday. Anyway, I'm out of here and soup's on.